In this video, I'm gonna be showing you how I went from this to this in just one day, and how you guys can make the same kind of progress in your journey in just one day. And you guys might ask, how did I actually pull this off? And what did I do to get so good so fast? And in this video, I'll be showing you 5 really simple just philosophies / strategies that you guys can use to increase your improvement by a large margin. And this will work with anybody, whether you're learning mechanics, whether you're learning how to get better at aiming. This simple format will allow you to improve extremely fast. And I've gotten a lot of these ideas from other fields where people need to improve very fast. Whether you're playing professional sports or anything, a lot of those players use these same type of strategies to get much better. And I'm gonna start with number 1, which is focus training. And this basically means you gotta practice what you're gonna be doing. Let's say if I change my edit bind, I'm gonna get into creative and start practicing edits over and over again. While there might be a want to go play with your friends in pubs or ranked, this is definitely not going to be the fastest way. And if you're truly dedicated to changing this, you're going to be much faster if you're just sitting in creative, doing it over and over again. And this kind of goes to our second point, which is repetition, which is our second point in this video. Which repetition is really just doing it over and over again. And it's like reps. Like, let's say if you're lifting or something, the more reps you do, the better you're gonna get, the outcome you're gonna get. So if you just constantly do it, it's gonna start coming second nature to you, which makes it so you can just do it without thinking. And when it's like a reaction to you, everything becomes much easier, because once your mind thinks of an idea that you want to pull off, it's gonna start doing that and putting it into action. And you don't have to figure out any of the details or anything. You'll just start naturally being able to do it over time with just that repetition and practice. And the next one is taking breaks. I think people kind of underestimate this one, because think about this. You play a lot one day, and then the next day you get on and you play again. And when you get on the next day, you're better than the first time you got on the day before. So you're gonna slowly start getting better. Like, think about that. That rest time and that time to give your mind a break to regenerate, to think about what happened in the day, remember it. And it's gonna have to recall. It's gonna have to put effort into thinking back of what you did the day before. And that recall is gonna make your brain want to learn how to keep bringing it back. And because it's a wanted skill that you want to keep doing every day, you want that recall to get better and better. Because let's say if you keep recalling it, it's going to get easier and easier to recall what you wanted to do. And you're going to be able to replicate it every single day. And it's just going to become second nature again. And then the next one is using sensors and like memory, like sound, whether you're using a keyboard and mouse. Let's say if I'm using edit on release and keyboard and mouse, depending on what you're doing, let's say if I'm editing, there's the sound of your keyboard clicking to edit, and that kind of has a pattern in your brain. So if you're hearing it with, like, let's say you take your headphone off on one side, you hear it, and then you also see what's going on your computer. If you see the visuals and then like connect it with your movements with your hand as well, those 3 senses, feeling, sight, and sound, are all gonna link together, and it's just gonna start coming more and more easy to learn things, because those 3 senses going hand in hand to start coming up with like a pattern of what you gotta do, what you have to replicate the next time. And that replication will become easier and easier because you've got 3 things to link it to in your brain. And then one of the last ones is definitely overpronouncing your mood. With what I mean by this is that in my building experience, and what I did in today, was that, like, in the beginning, I really wanted to focus on not pressing F again, because pressing F again was the big problem I was trying to fix. And when you hold like that finger above like the key and just don't press it down anywhere, you start to, like, while it might be uncomfortable for a while until you learn how to do it, you'll start feeling like you don't even want to try to press it. Because I think the hardest part is to try to figure out what you're actually doing, and the overpronunciation can prevent errors from being done, even though it might be really slow and might be really clunky for the time being. You'll start learning that you're not supposed to be pressing that finger down. Like, that finger needs to stay up, and you're not supposed to press it. And it's supposed to learn that as like a pattern. And once you start to, your brain to start kind of processing that and kind of figuring out that you don't want it to do what that action was in the past, because I think learning, like unlearning something can be very difficult. But if we put some block to figure out, to telling ourselves that we don't want to learn it, after a while, it'll start realizing that we don't want to learn it. And while it'll start becoming much easier, we'll still have to work through the tough parts of making the edits faster. And I think at this point, right now, I'm kind of on that point where I kind of figured out what I have to do, what pattern I have to try to master. But the biggest, hardest part, which takes time and which isn't really part of this video, is the improvement in speed of this, because this is definitely just definitely time and usage. Because like, let's say you can always learn something, like let's say if I wanted to learn how to like do a little ramp run, I think anybody can learn a ramp run in like one day, kind of figure out how to do it. But the hardest part is learning how to do it fast and learn how to do it while you're running or something else like that. And yeah, guys, that's really all I have for you guys. Hopefully this was easy enough to understand. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel when you like the videos. It pushes out to more people, and we just want to get it to as many people as possible. Thank you, guys. I will be gone probably the next week because I'm going on vacation. I might go live once, but we'll see you guys, and I hope you guys have an amazing night. So goodbye, everyone.